Hi everyone, Crystal Keen here with Lightworker Sisterhood. It is my desire and intent to help bring you clarity through readings. Now this week, we're going to focus on your healing journey and what your guides have to say to you when it comes to it. Now I'm in the Hay House Card Club, and every 3 months you get a new box with new arrivals that come in. Not even released to the public yet. That's how new they are. So I'm using all 3 decks that I just got with my newest box in here. And they are, what you're seeing on top here is the Healing Spirits Oracle by Gordon Smith. And then you'll see the second deck of cards, because we have 2 of them right here, is the Healing Waters Oracle, which is by one of my all-time favorite Oracle deck card makers, Rebecca Campbell. I have all of her decks. I just love her stuff. And then I will shuffle on screen 3 affirmations for you for self-esteem by Louise Hay. All right, so I like to just go ahead and jump in and get straight to the point. So you have 2 choices before you. Go ahead and choose pile 1 or 2, and I will see you at your pile. If you chose pile 1, then welcome to your pile. Again, if you missed the intro, these are healing messages from your spirit guides. I have 6 cards here for you, so let's see what your guides have to say about your healing journey. The first card here is Ask Your Spirit Guide. Interesting. Okay, so if you feel stuck, if you feel like you need guidance on the next step, maybe you're thinking, I didn't know I was on a healing journey, or I'm not sure if there's something that I am supposed to be healing, or do I have a blockage due to this? And the list can go on, but you are being asked by your spirit guides to reach out and ask. It could be something that has to do with your third eye, so your vision, or it could have to do with the crown in particular, you getting those types of downloads. Maybe you feel kind of blocked in one of those areas at this time. You could be getting constant headaches or something along those lines, and you don't understand why. That's not going to be for everyone, but ask your spirit guides. They're asking you to reach out to them and find out what the next step is or what's going on. They want to connect with you. All right, so it feels like you're on a healing journey because you're going through a repeating lesson. Again, we still have that theme of that purple, so either that third eye or that crown. You keep, unfortunately, repeating a lesson. Maybe you thought that you mastered it. Maybe you thought that you learned everything that you could from it, and it's popping up again and you don't understand why. Maybe you feel like you've done everything right. You've done all of your shadow work, and it just keeps coming up for you. The same circumstances, attracting the same type of people, the same type of outcome just keeps continuing to happen. And that's because there's some type of a lesson that still needs to be learned, something that hasn't been learned from it. Or it could even be something that is past life related that is coming up again in this lifetime. Maybe you're not listening to your intuition, because I'm seeing the full moon here. And the full moon would be linked to your intuition. Or it could have to do something with, since the moon represents the mother, it could be a mother wound as well. Maybe repeating patterns from your childhood with your own children, or you're just not having an easy time healing the relationship with your mother. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It could definitely be a feminine wound, or you just not fully listening when it comes to it. The next message about your healing journey is listen to the voice within when it persists. Oh, okay. So yeah, it definitely feels like it's connected to you following your intuition, following that inner guidance. Perhaps things keep happening because you're getting this hit, this intuitive hit of maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe you need to pursue a different way of this. Maybe you need to look at a different type of person when it comes to a relationship. Whatever, insert whatever's going on in your personal life and apply it to the situation. I'm seeing reds, so this could do with your root chakra, your stability. And I'm also seeing some oranges in here, so also the creative process. Or something to deal with, maybe you're having difficulty within your romantic life and you don't understand what's going on. It could be linked to your childhood, to how secure you're feeling. Listen to those inner messages because they're completely correct for you. Just sometimes it could be hard to receive a message over and over again. Maybe we don't want to hear what's coming in for us, and it could be creating a blockage. So that's all that we have for the healing spirits. We're going to go ahead and move on to the Healing Waters deck from Rebecca Campbell. I just love her decks. They're so gorgeous. All right, it says deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experiencing, and depths. Yeah, so you're definitely being asked to go ahead and deep dive a little bit here. Dive into what's going on. Look at the things that are making you uncomfortable, because you're going to know what's going to push you, what is pushing you out of your comfort zone. You're going to know, I really don't want to look at this. I really don't want to deal with this. I felt like I've dealt with this enough. I'm done with it. I want to cut the cord to it. But that might be exactly where you need to put your attention. And if you aren't sure, I'm going to guide you back to the Ask Your Guides. It feels like you're going to find a lot of passion when you end up doing this deep diving. Because look at all of the pink around her. Pink has to do with that passion, that high love, that high heart chakra, that 5D energy. Gentle force. Consistency, persistence, patience, and the long game. So you see how it kind of looks like a portal down here. And again, it's pink. It's almost like you've deep dived into the waters here. And then this is you down there and you're looking through it. That would be up above. You see the light, like the light here. And you're seeing with this awareness and this understanding that whatever your goals are or whatever this healing path that you're on, it will take you consistently working on something that is new or difficult or pushes you out of your comfort zone. And know that persistence will pay off for you, but you have to be patient. This isn't something that's going to pay off exactly immediately. This is something that could take quite a while, especially since it says the long game right in it. This will pay off for you in the long run, not just the short run. Let me scooch these over a little bit. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's almost like it's telling a story here. You see there's this kind of ethereal person here, and they just kind of take that dive in, and then they're looking through the portal, and they're harnessing the energy of their emotions. They're harnessing the energy of that passion, that self-care, that self-love. Has a very calm, soothing, understanding, loving nature and feel to this reading. And then your last card in this deck here, before I go ahead and shuffle the self-esteem cards, it's this one. Into the unknown. Underworld depth. Courage. Facing your fears. Okay, so as you do that, I think it is evidently clear that you are really facing your fears when it comes into it. Maybe these are waters that you haven't traversed before. Maybe you're making something that could be a career change, a change of residence, some type of life change in particular. Maybe you haven't even tried healing this aspect of yourself or really looked into it deeply, but it will pay off for you. And it's going to take some serious courage on your part. It's scary to face our fears, but you do have the strength, you do have the courage, and you do have an entire team that is here for you to help you through this. All you have to do is ask and feel into your body and be willing to dive in, willing to make that initial leap and then continue at it. If something doesn't work out for you the first couple of times, maybe try changing up the technique. Or if you find something works, but you're still being triggered or something, continue at what works until you stop being triggered. Lastly, I want to pull you 3 of these self-esteem cards. This is the new Louise Hay deck. All right, give me 3 self-esteem affirmations for group 1. You have life supports me in every possible way. For every problem that I may create, I am confident that I can find a solution. I'm seeing some key words in there. Problems that you may create. Sometimes we get in our own way. Try to be very self-aware when it comes to that. Are you losing your temper too quickly? Is there something that you're possibly standing in your own way of when it comes to your healing journey? I willingly release any need for struggle or suffering. I deserve all that is good. That's connected right to that root chakra. The struggling and suffering, absolutely the root chakra. And my self-esteem is high because I know who I am. Tell yourself that you're somebody that doesn't struggle. You are truly authentically you. You don't let other people tell you who you are or how it is that you're supposed to live your life. You're not conforming to their standards anymore. Somebody needed to hear that. You are truly and honestly you and authentically you, no matter what people say, because you are taking on this healing journey and you're going to be honest with yourself. And then your last message that we have here is, I am wonderful and I feel great. I am grateful for my life. I accept others as they are, and they in turn accept me. Yes, sometimes we just have to accept that people may not want to change, or they never will change. And sometimes it's easier to step away from them so that way you can just focus on you. And this can be family, it could be friends, it could be a job, it could be you're completely miserable where you're living at, you're paying way too much money and it's just eating away at all of your finances, and you're just not making enough money at that job to survive, because survival is kind of a theme when it comes to this. Or you're being held down in that type of relationship because you have to meet up to a certain standard when it comes to them, or you have to tiptoe, otherwise they'll explode. Or, you know, some people will never change no matter what you do, and sometimes you just have to choose yourself, and that is okay. It is difficult, but it is okay. So truly think about this. Ask your spirit guides for guidance. Look at the life lessons that have happened over and over again, and listen to that persistent voice that keeps coming through for you, and trust it. Do that deep diving and traverse into that area that you haven't been brave enough to. Conjure up that courage. Find your people and go forth. You'll start to build that self-esteem again. And you'll be able to accept yourself more for who you truly are. And know that that's okay. And that's a loving act towards yourself. All right, group 1, that is all that I have for you. Please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I hope you join me for next week's reading. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Hi, if you chose group 2, then welcome to your reading. These are the messages for your healing journey. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say to you about it. Your first card is, when it feels right, do it. So how can that apply to you in your situation when it comes to your healing journey? Are you doubting yourself? Are you just jumping in? You will know when it's the right time to take the action. Seeing this imagery, it almost feels like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it will feel very healing. It will feel like you're surrounded by loving, warm type of energy. And you'll most likely get some type of downloads or inspiration when it comes to this. Whatever this is on your healing journey feels right to do. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. So apply it to your situation. Courage arrives when you step over fear. Ooh. Yeah, this feels like it's the third eye, and then this feels like it's the crown. So you'll most likely get some type of vision when it comes to knowing when it's the right time to do something. And you'll get that download, because I said download here, but I didn't realize that was the third eye. This is the crown here. You'll get that download when your courage pops up, when you find that courage for yourself and you say to yourself, I am ready to get out of this, insert blank. I am ready to start this, insert blank, whatever it is for you. And I feel like your higher self will definitely be guiding you on this. If this isn't your higher self, then you definitely have someone on the other side here that is encouraging you. Yeah, look at this. Okay. Let's say this is your higher self, even though, you know, these are messages from your spirit guides, either your spirit guides or your higher self. Looking at you from the ether, see that light right there? like that ripple, kind of like portal energy. And then right there it is. It's like it's coming down from your crown and down into your third eye. And you might see this type of energy in your third eye. This golden, whitish type of sparkling, swirling energy that's letting you know this is the time. Do it. Letting you know that it's time to conjure up that courage and time for you to step out of a fear mindset and move forward. Then we have, it is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. You are supported. You definitely have people on the other side. They're there waiting for you to say, you know, I need help. I need guidance when it comes to this. I need assistance to find this courage that I need in order to step onto this healing journey, in order to feel worthy enough to put my work out there, in order to ask for this raise or venture out and get the things that I desire the most, or to forgive myself for holding on to this pain, or to forgive that person so that way I'm not holding on to it anymore and I can release this blockage. Insert what's going on for you. Sometimes we're sitting in this place of darkness, like the womb of the universe. It kind of just feels like we're in a winter season and we don't know what's going on and we don't know the next thing to do. And it's like we're that deer in the headlights and we're just unmoving. We can't move because we don't know the next thing to do, if it's a right thing, if it's a wrong thing. Know that it is safe and it is okay for you to reach out to your guides and possibly even other people to ask for help with this. Now, this looks like a smaller person here. It could have to do with inner child. Again, it's kind of like this circling type of energy. You might see orbs quite a bit around you, or sparkling types of energies out of the corner of your eye. If you do, that's your spirit guides. That could be your ancestors. That is your team coming in and standing at the ready to help you. Just ask and be open and truly receive the messages. You can ask for it in visions. You can ask for it in some type of synchronicity. But either way, be willing to ask for the help when things are unclear. It says, Mother of the Salt Waters. Passion, wild love, open your heart and let love in. So perhaps to go forward, you have to find what it is that makes you passionate, or you have to conjure up more passion within yourself for your desired result when it comes to your healing journey. You could be looking for your true love, your soulmate, your twin flame, that person that will really drive you wild and make you so happy. But you have to be willing to open your heart. If it was your heart that was truly hurt from somebody, it's okay to take time to heal, but be willing to open it back up again so that way you can call this person in. So that way you can start to look for them and allow spirit to bring them in, and you take the next steps to find that courage and ask for that guidance. It's okay to move past that fear and find that person to let love in, because you're worthy of it. And I'm seeing the crown being highlighted on here as well. So yeah, you're You're definitely somebody that has the higher chakras quite open. Trust in what's coming in through them. See, and then it's almost like that, hold on. Let's just read it first. Planetary wave. Soul mission. Why can't I get this thing to focus? I'm sorry, it's not focusing for me. All right, soul mission, trust the inner call, and soul team. So when it comes to your healing journey, I feel like you're being asked to go through what you're going through so that way you can help others with it as well. It could be part of your soul mission. And as you do that, you could be calling a love in, if that applies to you. It's telling you that you are receiving a calling. You are getting that inner guidance. You just have to trust it. And your soul team, they're both waiting out there for you, and they are around you as well. Work with your ancestors. Work with your spirit guides. Ask for those divine downloads and ask for those visions and the next steps. Because you came here for this. You came riding in on that planetary wave, saying, being one of the volunteers, like, I volunteer for this, I can handle this. But as people living through it in the current moment, it can be very difficult. Like, I can't believe that I chose this. This is a really hard thing to go through. And I'm not sure that I can handle it, but you can handle it. And this is your last card before I pull the self-esteem. Ride the waves. Life lessons and growth. You will get through this. It may be difficult now, but it will not always be difficult. Sometimes we go through the worst, harshest circumstances, so that way we can find our inner strength, so that way we can find our soul purpose and mission, so that way we can grow as people and as souls. It may take a while to get through it, but you will. You're being asked to go with the flow, to allow what's coming in to flow through your body. If there's an emotion that comes to you, sit with it. Allow yourself to feel it fully. Thank it, and then release it. Or if you're alone, you could ask your guides or your higher self for more information about what is the root of this, especially if you don't know what it is. Some of you are going to know the circumstance and why it's coming in, and some of you aren't going to understand. For those of you that don't understand, go ahead and ask for further guidance on why it's coming in, so that way you can heal it and you can move forward on your soul path and mission and call in that wild version of yourself, the free version of yourself that is truly free of sadness and anger and fear and anxiety, and is willing to get out there and get the things that they want, such as true love and freedom. All right, let me pull you 3 affirmation cards for self-esteem. Get me into pile 2, please. Oh, you're getting one that pile 1 got. My self-esteem is high because I honor who I am. Always honor who you are. I willingly release any need for struggle or suffering. I deserve all that is good. I move through life knowing that I am safe, divinely protected, and guided. My consciousness is filled with healing, positive, loving thoughts that reflect myself and my experience. And I have the self-esteem, power, and confidence to move forward in life with ease. This is the only time I get to live today. I choose to enjoy it. Those are beautiful self-esteem messages right there. Well, pile 2, that is all that I have for you. Please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in next week's reading. Have a beautiful and wonderful